Is Tesla's US sales performance worse than reported? The numbers suggest a much bigger problem, and it's something every investor and owner should pay attention to. Hey everyone, it's Ken. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into 3 major Tesla updates you don't want to miss, including what's really happening with US sales, what to expect from the upcoming earnings call, and new insights into the safety of FSD in harsh weather conditions. Let's get right into it. First up, Tesla's sales numbers in the US might be worse than we thought. According to a recent report from Electrek, there's growing concern that the actual sales in the US are lower than what's being publicly discussed. And this discrepancy could have serious implications. So here's what we know. Cox Automotive estimates Tesla delivered about 128,100 vehicles in the US during Q1 2025, which would be an 8.6% year-over-year decline. But Electrek questions this number. Why? Because Tesla doesn't break down deliveries by country or model, so analysts often use a rough method, subtracting known deliveries in other countries from the global delivery total. Tesla reported total global deliveries of 336,681 vehicles in Q1 2025. Meanwhile, reported registrations outside of the US and Canada total about 212,024. That leaves around 124,657 deliveries for both the US and Canada combined. Now, if we assume Canada accounted for around 5,000 vehicles, that means the US likely only saw around 119,657 deliveries. That's over 10,000 fewer than Cox's estimate. And if that's accurate, it could mean a year-over-year drop of nearly 15%. What's even more concerning? Inventory levels. Electrek reports that Tesla ended Q1 with record-high inventory and no backlog for the refreshed Model Y. In fact, many cars are available for immediate delivery. While that might sound convenient, it could actually indicate weak demand. So what's driving this? Electrek points to several factors: upcoming product refreshes, improvements in FSD, and even public statements from Elon Musk and shifts in brand perception. All of these may be playing a role in dampening consumer interest. If you're a Tesla shareholder, this isn't just a minor dip. It could reflect a deeper structural change in demand. And understanding whether this is a short-term fluctuation or a long-term trend is absolutely crucial for your next move. Now, let's talk about the upcoming earnings report on April 22nd, a date every Tesla investor should mark on their calendar. Analysts at Zacks are expecting Tesla's Q1 earnings per share, EPS, to come in at 0.45, basically flat compared to the same quarter last year. Revenue is projected to hit $21.85 billion, which would be a modest 2.57% year-over-year increase. Again, not spectacular growth, but still in the green. Looking at the full year, Zacks predicts EPS for 2025 will reach $2.65, with annual revenue projected at $104.78 billion. That would be plus 9.5% growth in EPS and plus 7.26% growth in revenue compared to 2024. Based on these numbers, Tesla currently holds a Zacks rank of 3, hold, meaning analysts are taking a wait-and-see approach, not bullish, not bearish. But here's the catch. EPS estimates have been revised downward by 14.59% over the past month. That signals growing caution among some analysts, especially when it comes to Tesla's short-term performance. And let's not ignore valuation. Tesla is currently trading at a forward PE ratio of 95.19 compared to an industry average of 9.51, more than 10 times higher. Yes, that reflects growth expectations, but it also raises the question, how much optimism is already priced in? For investors, the upcoming earnings call and forward guidance could be a major trigger for stock movement, especially if Tesla misses expectations. Now, let's shift gears to something every Tesla owner is curious about: how well FSD performs in extreme weather conditions. We're going to break down a detailed test from YouTube called Mark Robber Debunk Heavy Rain Test 2026 Tesla Model Y HW4 FSD. The vehicle used in the test was a 2026 Model Y launch edition, equipped with HW4 FSD, Computer 4, and FSD software V1 3.2.8. And the test conditions: heavy rain, strong winds, definitely not your average Sunday drive. Without setting a destination, the tester activated FSD. The car correctly detected a dummy figure in the road and steered away from it. A smart, safe response. With the destination set, the FSD handled even better. It slowed down, steered around the dummy, and disengaged itself when necessary. This shows the system can act consistently and adaptively based on context. When rain intensity dropped, FSD successfully avoided the dummy and even turned itself off, an impressive show of situational awareness. In simulated hurricane-like conditions, FSD attempted to slow down or avoid obstacles, though visibility limitations made certain scenarios more challenging. Here's the key takeaway: as long as FSD remained engaged, the car never hit the dummy in any weather condition. Only when the driver forcibly disabled FSD and floored the accelerator did the vehicle make contact. That says a lot about where Tesla's autonomy is headed. It's not perfect yet, but it's getting closer to real-world safety and practical reliability. That's incredibly reassuring for owners watching Tesla evolve. So, let's recap today's big three stories. 1. US sales may be weaker than reported. Based on Electrek's analysis, deliveries in the US might have dropped as much as 15% year over year, which could be a sign of softening demand. 2. Tesla's Q1 earnings are coming up on April 22nd. Revenue is expected to grow modestly, while EPS may remain flat, but recent estimate revisions and Tesla's high valuation make this an earnings call worth watching closely. 3. FSD testing in bad weather shows promise. Tesla's newest software and hardware performed impressively, avoiding obstacles, reacting consistently, and showing potential for real-world safety under pressure. If you're a Tesla investor, this is the kind of fact-based insight that should help shape your next move. And if you're a Tesla owner, the evolution of FSD and market demand could impact both your experience and your vehicle's long-term value. That's it for today. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I post daily updates on Tesla, so if you want to stay ahead of the curve, this is the place to be. Thanks so much for watching, and let's keep enjoying the Tesla life. Quick bonus section before we wrap up. Since today's a Sunday, let's take a look at the results from last week's Tesla stock poll. Last week, Tesla closed at $239.43, and by the end of this week, it was $252.31, so the correct answer was up. We had 522 votes. Thank you all for participating. Interestingly, 53% of you said the stock would go down, so only 39% got it right this time. Now, let's shout out the winners from the comment section. 3 of you nailed the prediction, and special mention to EM, who just hit 3 weeks in a row of correct calls. You're on fire, aiming for 4. This weekly poll has 2 purposes. First, to show just how tough it is to predict short-term stock movements. Second, to help build your analytical muscle by thinking critically every week. My hope is that you treat this as a fun challenge, but also a great way to sharpen your skills as a Tesla investor. So if you're not already voting, jump in, share your reasoning in the comments, engage with others, and give a like to the insights you find helpful. Together, we're building a smarter, stronger investing community. Thanks again for watching and have an amazing day. See you in the next one.